Cripps, the MD of the Recruiting Gym. This is our short course week that we do every now and again, and we couldn't have a short course week without one of Catherine's courses. Morning, Catherine, our sourcing coach. How are you?
Hi, Angela. I'm very good. Thank you for having me on again. And yeah, excited to talk about new courses. So yeah.
Yes, you've been working on a few new ones, so I'm looking forward. We're going to add another free one, so that'll be 7 free courses, and that one's going to be LinkedIn to pay or not to pay.
Yeah. So I'm working on this one at the moment. So this one I'm hoping will be added to the free courses by the end of next week. So if you sign up to the gym, you get automatically enrolled on our free courses. So if you want that one, yeah, I'd say get and join the gym for free.
We'll enroll everyone next week. So I think we're up to about 2,220, something like that, people that are members of the gym. So they'll all get allocated that course. So just give us a quick overview then, the one they're getting next week. So LinkedIn to pay or not to pay. What's that about?
So yeah, this is a question I'm asked about a lot. Oh, should I be paying for LinkedIn, or am I paying for the right thing on LinkedIn? Could I be getting more if I had LinkedIn Recruiter? It's a conversation that I have a lot. And so I was thinking, well, the answer is always, it depends. So a course put together that focuses on what's your challenge? What is it that's making you think, oh, maybe I should be spending different money with LinkedIn on a different product, or maybe I should be thinking about paying for it for the first time. What is it that is driving you to think that? And then saying, well, okay, is it a problem that we could solve another way? Or if it is something that we're going to need to pay LinkedIn some money for, what is the product that best solves that problem? So yeah, we'll have a look at, could you solve your problem just with a premium subscription, which is probably the lowest cost option, working through to sort of Sales Navigator or LinkedIn Recruiter as options as well. I personally use Sales Navigator, just it's got some really interesting search tools. And for a lot of my work, I'm not worried about whether or not candidates are using the open to work feature. I just want to be thorough in my research. So for me, Sales Navigator works really well. But for others, it might be that, oh, well, actually, my response rate would improve enormously if I could see which candidates were open to work. So therefore, a LinkedIn Recruiter product would be, the one for you. So yeah, just trying to get to the bottom of, okay, what's the challenge you're trying to solve, and what's the right product.
Fantastic. So that's going to be really helpful. There's so many people, you're right, I get asked that question all the time as well. And I've never paid LinkedIn. So again, it's to pay or not to pay. I've done all my work. I got all my business in sort of 6 international countries in the Far East, all through LinkedIn, but without paying. So you've got options. It's about knowing what's best for you, isn't it? So that's going to be really helpful to people. Let's say a few good mornings. Good morning, Libby, and of course Casper, the cockatoo, that's with her. Louise and Joe. So Louise Triumphs and Joe Phillips are over on LinkedIn Live. Yes, if you're on LinkedIn Live, put the comments in there as well. Blake, if we can get the DW Lite course in there, because I had someone on the chat bot this morning saying, how do I get access to the free courses? So that's probably your best bet. You can either give us your full name and email and we'll do it for you, or click on the link for the DW Lite, which is the free version of the daily workout. So we're at 750, yay, 750 sessions today that we've done with the daily workout. There's over 100 DW Lite ones, including your #MeetYourRecruiter weeks that people can get access to, and where we've had guests as well. So there's loads of sessions in there. There is no excuse to not be developing and training yourself in recruitment, because there is so much out there that you can do. And then we'll allocate the other courses to you once we see you in there. That's really easy. So you're able to do that as well. Okay, but today we're looking at a new course that is going to be ready within days. Can I say that?
Hopefully by the end of today. I'm just doing finishing touches. So yeah, I was hoping it would be, all ready for people to go and sign up this morning, but life. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite topics, which is LinkedIn profiles. And I think often, it's one of the things which I talk about in the other course as well, that actually, if you're thinking, oh, my response rate is low, I wish I had a LinkedIn subscription and I could send in mail as well. I might say, well, actually, before you think about paying that money, look at your profile and say, well, actually, could my profile be more inviting? Could it make people want to talk to me and respond to me? Is it working as hard for me as it could be? So yeah, we'll just take you through. I've got a checklist, I think, of about 14 things that I look at on LinkedIn profiles and go, oh, actually, could you think about that? Or the other thing. Just lots of little bits and bobs to think about. There's no right or wrong way to do your LinkedIn profile, but yeah, it's just you almost don't know what's there unless you know. So lots of little bits and bobs on LinkedIn profiles are sort of hidden away. You've got to go and add a feature. So the idea of this course is that you can just kind of work through it and go, oh, I'm happy with my profile picture, but I could definitely, add a header image that would, elevate my my LinkedIn profile. Or you could say, oh, I didn't even know that I could add my pronouns to my profile, or use the name pronunciation feature to have a little audio recording of you saying your name and things. So yeah, hopefully it will reveal for you, things that you didn't realize you could do on your LinkedIn profile, and make you look like someone that people want to talk to.
Fantastic. So we've got the sessions down the left-hand side here of what the course contains. And yes, as you're talking about that, the starting point around your profile photo. So the fact that, yes, even if you're doing emails to start with, 40% high response rate. If I get something and someone hasn't got a photo on it and I can't see them, you're right. Straight away, I'm thinking, dodgy. I'm not likely to reply to it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be clear that, nobody has to have a LinkedIn profile, but it's worth knowing that, well, if you do, you'll probably get more replies. And then you're making that decision from an informed place. So, yeah, really interesting. So yeah, I hope that people get plenty out of that. I love looking at people's LinkedIn profiles and and sort of seeing who's doing what and what looks good, and all that stuff. So LinkedIn profiles are a little bit of a passion thing for me. So
I wanted to do that to show this was a work in progress. Literally, it's been updated, isn't it, as we're going along? Oh, now we've got the LinkedIn Blue. So our courses, if those of you that spotted that, was our Recruiting Gym Orange has now switched. And actually, our Recruiting Gym Blue is pretty close to the LinkedIn Blue, isn't it? Because this is LinkedIn Blue and this is our Recruiting Gym Blue. So there's not a lot of difference actually on there. I can get rid of this as well. That's always a good tip. So if you don't want the chat bot on there, you can get rid of it. The discussions boxes in our courses as well, really important. If you've got a query, if you've got a question, if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, I'm not getting that. What does that mean? What's this? You can always click on the discussions box and then ask a question, create a post. The likelihood is someone else might have asked that question before. So again, when you go to it, you can have a look at, well, what have other people asked? That's what I wanted to find out. There we go. So obviously we haven't got any here at the moment because the course isn't released, but it is available on free, not free preview, was it pre-order? That's the word I was looking for to get it from there. So let's get this link in there as well. So if people are struggling with their profile, maybe it's part of your onboarding process. We put that in our onboarding course, and in the candidate sourcing engagement, week 1 of that course is get your profile sorted before you start reaching out, because that's really critical, isn't it, Catherine?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's that sort of groundwork before you go, because it's like you say, if you receive a message from someone and you're wondering, are you legit? Then you're immediately on the back foot. You've lost your opportunity. You've then got to follow up again with that person and hope that they respond the next time. So I'd say get your profile looking good, then connect with people that you already know. so that you've got some connections, and hopefully connections in common then with some of the people that you're reaching out to. And then that gives you the best possible chance to, get connection requests accepted and messages replied to.
Definitely. No, I've got a company. I've just spotted the bottom one here. Prove your worth with recommendations and endorsements. I've got a company that I'm running a LinkedIn competition with at the moment, and it still surprises me. Recruiters don't see that as a benefit for their brand, as an opportunity for them to reach out. It's BD asking for recommendations, talking about endorsements. And I had people that were sort of 10, 12 years experience with 0 recommendations. I'm like, how many people have you placed in those 10, 12 years? How many companies then have you worked with that you've placed? It's in the hundreds, obviously, and all of them could be giving them a recommendation. Now, wouldn't that be amazing that you go and look at Recruiter and they've got 100 plus recommendations? Yeah, I trust you. All those people saying how wonderful you are. Sometimes it's a simple little thing like that, isn't it? So maybe that's a workout today as well. Go check your recommendations. How many have you got? I would suggest 20 in your first year. That sort of magic number of 20, really. At that point, people do then feel comfortable with you and think, yeah, okay, that's not just all your colleagues. And again, pick and choose your colleagues who you want a recommendation, or people that you've worked with in the past. The aim is your candidates and your clients. Or if you're in-house, those hiring managers and the candidates that are placed, as to what you're like to work with and how you make it easy for them. So if you can get a little bit of a case study in there as to what you did and how well you did it, even better. Workout from you then, Catherine. What should people, one thing they can go away and do with regards to Pink My Profile?
I think your idea of recommendations is great. I mean, as far as LinkedIn is concerned, like 3 recommendations is great. That's more than most people. LinkedIn will consider your profile complete, from a recommendations point of view, if you only have 3. So that's very achievable. So if you don't have any, I'd say that's a good goal, sort of, to at least request 3 this week. Go back through your most recent placements and think, okay, are there any hiring managers or candidates I could reach out to? Making sure that you've got something that relates to your current role and a recommendation from the last 12 months. That's usually sort of the sort of minimum maintenance that I try and do on my profile. Have I got something that's from the last 12 months is sort of my absolute minimum requirement for recommendations. So yeah, I think from LinkedIn's point of view, it's quite easy to be winning at recommendations. But as Angela says, as recruiters, if you really want to stand out, then yeah, why not make it part of your post-placement activity? So building those good habits, it's just part of the process that you request the recommendation.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Right, lots to do there. Yeah. Oh, look at that, 13 minutes, not bad. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. So we've got LinkedIn, Pimp My Profile, and LinkedIn to pay or not to pay, all coming in the next week for you. So if you're not part of the Recruiting Gym, click on the green tab if you're in Crowdcast, or click on the link if you're in LinkedIn Live. Come and join us. Yes, you get access to the free stuff, but there's nearly 100 courses as well from £30. So there's something for everyone here to help you and develop you through your business. Thanks ever so much. We'll be back tomorrow morning, same time. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.